All right, all right, all right. Fire them up. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Genre of Your Life podcast, your go-to podcast for all things movies, TV, entertainment, and a podcast that has more slaps than Will Smith's last album. I had this one written down this morning, too.
God.
I had this one written this morning.
Gosh.
And
as soon as I heard Will, my spidey sense was like, "Oh, what's he about to say?" I was like, "Where is this going?"
Oh man,
I had it written down this
Yeah.
morning. Got out of the shower. I was like, "Oh, I know my opening joke for tonight's podcast." But don't worry, I'll pay homage later.
Oh my God!
Later in this show. But of course, I'm one of your hosts, Doug Jones. With me, as always, are two of my greatest friends in the world, two of the best people on this planet. First off, we have the wonderfully amazing Nick Johnson. How's it going, Nick?
I'm doing good. How are y'all doing today?
Man, happy to be back with you guys, man. We are back
Good,
at South by
good.
Southwest. We are back,
Yeah.
back in action. And of course,
I like that.
last but
Heck
not least, Mr. Hollywood himself, Mr. LA, is the incredible, the amazing. It is Mr. Moses Lowy. What's going on, Moses?
I'm here, and I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be here with Nick and Doug, and we're ready to talk about movies and the things we all love, and go from there.
Mm-hmm.
Sir.
Hell yeah, we got a lot to talk about on this week's episode. But of course, as always, you can find the show on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, or your favorite podcast platform of choice. We'll also have our full video element of the show on our YouTube page, youtube.com/Midway Avenue Productions. I want to say thank you all to all the new followers we've been getting from South by. Our viewership on YouTube and our videos have gone up a lot, which is really, really cool. Also a lot more views on our Instagram, but YouTube, really the community there has been really showing a lot of support, and our videos have been going up a lot, which is really cool. We had some really cool coverage that me and Nick got while we were there. A lot more stories to tell, of course, while we were there too. But thank you to everyone who is now joining us. Thanks to our coverage at South by Southwest. That's really cool. Yeah, guys, it was, I speak for myself and Nick, but that was an honor to be there. And you all responding to our footage is just very, very, very rewarding. So thank you all for watching all of our vlogs and our videos and our Q&As, whatever. That means the world to us. So thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
It
It means the world, honestly.
It was an honor being there with you, Nick, and that was just an awesome experience. But now we are back on our show, on our full show with all three of us. But yeah, guys, again, subscribe, rate the show, review the show. Again, sorry to bring us up again, but still, we're looking for our 200 ratings on Apple Podcasts. That would help us out a lot, getting more coverage and more opportunities for interviews and screenings and premieres. So please, Apple Podcast, to all our podcast listeners, you mean the world to us. But for Apple Podcast fans, help us get our goal, please, of 200 ratings and reviews on Apple Podcasts. That would really mean the world to us. So thank you. Alrighty, guys. With that said, yeah, Moses, I'm telling you, man, I was telling you before on the pre-show too that being at South by, I think next year, you gotta come with us for sure next year, because the energy, man, the energy there. If you love movies, you love TV, you love entertainment, and you're either an aspiring filmmaker or just a lover of cinema and filmmaking, that was the place to be. Like, I feel like a place like that, Comic-Con, of course, CinemaCon, of course, too, but like South by had this really this thing to it, right, Nick? It was like people who love movies were just in line talking to us about movies.
Yeah, because it's like almost basically like every person that we interacted with was like just as passionate, if not more, about film than us. And like it was even like shout out to Ben, who we met out there. Like he had actually worked on a film that was premiering at South by Southwest. Like it was just like really cool to be like just in a community of like-minded people. Like that was really fun. And I was telling my fiance, like, dang, like, you know, when I came back, it's like I kind of just wanted to hop on like my own little like project and just kind of like start stuff up again. Because it's like it reinvigorated the passion for it, which is it feels kind of weird to say that because it's like my passion for film like never really like went away. It just I guess it just kind of like did up more so than like it already was. But no, like great experience. Met a lot of great people out there. Were able to make a bunch of like connections and just, you know, new friendships out there, which was really cool. You know, it was just it was a vibe. You know what I'm saying? It was just really good, really fun. I got to go out there with you, Doug, and my fiance was able to come out too. So that was really cool. It was just like 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10 all the way around.
Yeah, you know what I really liked about it too. It was just that the variety of movies. Of course, we had big movies, we had smaller movies, we had horror, we had comedy, we had romance. Like I mean, you name it. Like everything was there for like I think every genre, minus like maybe a big superhero project. But for the most part, like it seemed to have every genre seemed to be like kind of covered and was like respected. It wasn't like, oh, we don't like that one or whatever. It was like, no, like it seemed to have a very fluidity of like just respecting the genre, respecting filmmaking, both indie and big budget or whatever. And again, it was a celebration of movies and entertainment and TV. And I think more than ever we need that because again, I think having that escape, whether it's a show, a movie, whatever, is that you come together. And I do think being at the Paramount, which is a 12, so Paramount Moses basically is like the main theater for like all the big stuff premieres there, right? And it's a 1,200 person theater, and we've been in theaters like before, like maybe 200, 300, 400 at our IMAX, whatever. Or when we saw Dolomite back in LA, like 400 people at the Bruin, at the Westwood. But being in a theater of like 1,200 people is just a different experience of like, wow, like just, I mean, the clapping, the cheering, the woo, the laughing, the crying, it's just like, wow, it really opens your eyes to like how important a communal experience like that is. And it was really cool to see that in a huge auditorium, whether it was Drop or the Accountant, the Studio, Friendship, you name it. It was just being in that environment was really like, oh, this is cool.
It was amazing out there, honestly. Yeah, like, man.
I was
Yeah, damn, there's a lot of people.
I was telling this to Nick too, that when me and Nick went to our first premiere, which was Simple Favor 2 or another Simple Favor, I told this to Nick. I said, man, you had the same smile that Moses had when we saw Dolomite for your first premiere. And I was like, man, it makes like LA when we waited in line for Dolomite and we walked in, we had our me, Malone got our popcorn and our drinks. And I was like, man, you had the same excitement that Moses had during his first premiere. So it was cool to see both of you guys kind of like experience your first both premieres.
Nah, because it's kind of like no, like it was insane because it felt like I don't even know how to put it into words. Like it was like shit. Like this is actually right now. You know what I mean? Because it's like just like everything. Like it's South by Southwest. It's a premiere. You know, it's Blake walking up the stairs over there. You feel me? And it's like holy
Yeah,
guacamole.
yeah. That's great, man. That's really, really dope, bro. I'm glad that you're able to experience that. I mean, I remember like what Dick was saying about watching Dolomite. It's like experience. It's like wow. Like I get it. Like I am seeing all of these people. Like that's crazy. And it was really, really surreal experience and everything. And able for you to be able to get that same kind of like tone and vibe of an experience, it's really, really cool. So, and happy that you guys were able to see so many movies out there too as well.
Fun.
Yeah,
Couldn't have went with Groove. Like I wish like you would have been there. Like it would have been that would have like enhanced the experience. To be honest, like I'm grateful I was able to go with. But it was kind of like being on like a higher plane of existence. It's like kind of live like down here, like up, like like if this is like where the movies are, like oh wow that's cool. Like that's what I want to be a part of. Now like I'm kind of in this area,
Mm-hmm.
so part of it, but just it's like
it's
I
really
get to like
crazy.
have that closer with everything. Like it was dope.
It's crazy to to say, when it comes down to like the journey, and also, the podcast and everything like that now scoring, being able to see you guys over there, being able to see like all the videos and clips you guys were sharing to as well, I thought that was amazing. Because I was very, very proud. You guys have no idea. Like I was so proud. I was watching the clips and I was like, damn, man, these are my boys. They're out there. They are pressed. They're not just like, like friends, fans just running around or whatever. Like they have badges, that says press on it and everything.
That's
And
pretty cool.
and it's like, damn, that's fucking dope. Fucking dope.
Still got mine
You
right
know,
here in my backpack.
yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro. That's really dope,
Wearing that shit to work every day.
Go to the gym and wear it.
But
Oh my gosh.
It's hilarious. But no, man, I'm glad you guys, had that experience. Because I literally felt like a proud father for some reason, you know. But yeah, next time. I mean, serious. I was like, look at these kids, man, or whatever.
Like reading
But
the newspaper with your with like your pipe, you're like, they doing all right. They doing all right.
They're going places.
Them boys is on their way.
Yeah.
Them boys are on to something. But
What you say, was it?
I said them boys are on to something.
Yeah. They gonna be all right. Them some good kids. Ah.
But it's great, man. It's great.
Well, next year, you'll be with us.
Yeah.
Next year,
100%.
you'll be with us.
Yeah.
Before we get into anything too serious on the show, of course, this is my bad. I brought up to Nick last week when I called you, when you called me. We do have a really cool giveaway for our viewers. No matter if you're in Arizona, New York, California, Louisiana, like you name it. Thank you to our friends, of course, at the lovely and amazing Frost Communications, of course, Movies More Fun Out Here. And, of course, our friends at Amazon MGM Studios in honor of a working man coming out with Statham, of course, number one movie at the box office. We have a really cool little bundle, a hat, and...
Ooh, that's fresh as hell.
Well, wait, there's more. And a really cool T-shirt from Working Man.
Ooh, that's fresh as hell too, Doug.
So not bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not bad, right?
Yeah.
I want to shout out everyone at at Movies More Fun, of course, and Frost Communications and Amazon MGM. However, guys, there are some rules. And first things first, you must please follow the following pages, of course. Make sure you're following us, of course, Midway Avenue Productions on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and, of course, Instagram. But also, please follow our amazing friends at Movies More Fun on Instagram. Of course, the amazing, incredible Nino Daniel, our good friend Nino. Follow him, of course. And our friend Seth, who we're at South by with as well. And, of course, one of the biggest brands, biggest company, biggest like people we want to work with here in in Arizona, Cult Classic AZ. So, again, please follow all 5 profiles right here. Again, to our video audience. You can see I'm on Instagram. Again, to our audio listeners, again, that's Frost Communications, Movies More Fun on Instagram, Nino Daniel on Instagram, our friend Seth Fox, of course, and lastly, Cult Classics AZ. And one last thing I ask you guys is please comment either on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube your favorite Statham movie and tag your ride or die. There you go. You get this awesome bundle that we will ship to you. Guess what, guys? Free of charge. We got you guys.
That's a solid price right there.
Hey,
I ain't never heard no price better than that. That's a solid price.
I never had and I never will again.
Heck yeah. Free is my favorite number. Yeah.
Yeah. Do not miss out on that, guys. It's a really cool bundle, and again, the movie's doing pretty well. So again, don't forget to follow the instructions. And again, I will ship this out to one lucky audience or / a viewer. And trust me, it's a pretty cool hat and a pretty comfy shirt. Just saying. So definitely check out for that. Hey, Moses, before we start our CinemaCon coverage, tell everyone what you saw today before we move on to the main topic.
Yes, I saw the movie Minecraft, a Minecraft movie, as its title and everything. And it was for me, it was very enjoyable and everything, but it was also very silly in the most like nicest way possible of me saying it and everything, and the silliness comes from Jack Black's character, and Jason Momoa and literally the whole entire cast, just being kind of like silly and kind of just being themselves, especially Jack Black, because he kind of, I mean, he's still his whole movie. And it was fun. It was fun and light. You don't really expect anything like completely like, out of the ordinary or crazy or anything like that, but you're kind of just in this movie and, you're kind of, I guess, like laughing with them, I guess, when it comes down to, um, the like the actors and the characters that are being portrayed and everything, and yeah, there's some few little moments that kind of like shock you here and there, but still very very light and everything. I never played Minecraft before, so I wouldn't exactly know like the Easter egg at all, but I do know that it was seeing how were being built, and everything. I thought that was fun, and it was great seeing how they're able to build all of these like little like things here and there by you know by by other like objects, by other blocks. I think they're called blocks. Maybe I might be wrong, but yeah, yeah. I thought it was a good audience too as well. And there's a lot of laughter in my theater, and which was good, which was like a good sign. And yeah, yeah. I hope this movie does well because I think overall it's not that just like the whole film industry needs it, because they do, to be honest with you, because
Yep.
the box office has been kind of low, but overall, I just think it's like it's like like when it comes, it's not. I don't think it's like a. It's like eating like like your favorite ice cream and enjoying
Right.
it for a second and everything like that, and then going on, the rest of your day. That's how it kind of felt with this movie. It's just like eating like a little ice cream cone and then enjoying it and then going on with your day. That's how it kind of felt like when I was watching it, and yeah, it's super funny. It's super funny. It's super super funny, super silly. Uh, and yeah, if they do decide to do a sequel, I would watch. I would watch. Um, and uh, and and yeah, the only thing, the only thing I would say that I didn't really like was that who am I kidding? It's hard for me to say things about a movie that I dislike for some reason.
I got you.
Such a
But
positive person.
Yeah, so positive, man. He just loves movies. He just loves movies.
no, I mean I just love movies, but I would say I wish it wasn't super like I wish there was some like dramatic moments that would like come off a little bit more suspenseful,
Mm.
I guess, because throughout the whole movie I didn't really feel any like suspense or anything that shook me in any kind of way,
Mhm.
and yeah, yeah. I guess that comes from like how the movie, was being like, played as in, I don't know. Sometimes when I was watching it, I thought the movie was kind of being played as a joke a little bit,
Okay.
Um, sometimes I'll be like, man, is this movie like supposed to be like a joke, like to Minecraft, but yeah, I had a good time overall, and yeah, yeah, yeah. There's nothing. there's nothing else. I was entertained overall. You know what what they did right. So
And you know who directed the movie, right?
uh yeah, no, actually, no, sorry, I got cut off guard a little bit. Um, no, who directed the movie? Sorry.
Jared Hess,
Um,
who gave us masterpieces like Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre.
oh, that's why. Okay, that's why. That's why I was wondering. I was like, why is this movie so silly?
Jared Hess, yeah.
Oh god,
And let's be real, us '90s kids, we either grew up on both movies or we definitely grew up on one or the other. But let's be real, we grew up on Napoleon Dynamite for sure. That was like a generational movie for
yeah, we
us growing
definitely.
up.
Yeah, it's because I was like literally every single movie is is so like they're just being like completely natural with the silliness of it all. You know what I mean? Like their characters, and also Jason Momoa. It's like he's like the way he's portraying his character. Even like his name is silly. You know what I mean?
Oh boy.
Like I don't know if this is a spoiler.
Oh, Steve.
Can I say the name? Can I say his name?
I'm
Steve.
cool with it.
It's Steve, right?
No, I'm talking about Jason Momoa's character.
Oh, no, what is it? What is it? What
No,
is
no,
it?
just is Jason Momoa's character. His nickname is called Trash Bag.
Mm.
You
Oh
know,
my god.
so it's like I don't know why. I think I kind of forget why he calls himself that, but like just from the name and you saying it's directed from the same director who made Napoleon Dynamite, I'm like, wow, that kind of like I can see why. I can definitely see why for sure. But yeah, yeah, yeah. If you guys want to go see it and kind of have a little bit of a laugh, for a day, I definitely suggest seeing Minecraft. And I heard it's gonna do really really well at the box office too as well. Like Doug mentioned, we were off air and everything like that, and there's a lot of the fandom for Minecraft in general as a game. It's really really crazy, and I know it's gonna do well, moving forward throughout the week. We'll see, but I have hopes. So.
Well,
Yeah, like
I'm
seven.
sold.
It was like 70 to 100 million opening. I don't know. I think if if the fans if the fans of this game show up, they're gonna make a lot of money. Like I said, I tweeted before that Five Nights at Freddy's made a shit ton of money, and that fan base showed up for that movie, and it's why Part Two was greenlit like that same weekend. They go, wow, this movie made a lot of money, and also the Blumhouse model too, lower budget, high elevated content, low budget. But those gamers for certain games, like, if they made a Fortnite movie tomorrow, best believe then that theaters will be packed because again, it's those gamers have a really respect for the
Oh
IP.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, a
Hmm.
100%,
You
a
know,
100%.
any IP.
And I think overall, I think overall it comes down to like the IP with games being turned into movies. I feel like it's growing, a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time a video game based movies is made, just like Mario. 2 years ago, I think a year ago, 2 years ago, that made over $1 billion.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
and I would even put like kind of Barbie in the same
Hmm.
category a little bit. It's not really a video game or anything like that, but
Yeah.
Barbie has some different IPs,
Yeah.
too as well. But and yeah, we'll definitely see. And also on Uncharted, it didn't do as like
Oof.
great, but it did make
Well, it made money.
money. It's money back, I think. Yeah, you
It
said it
made
made money.
it made money. It made money. Pokemon made a lot of money a couple years ago. Pokemon made a lot of money. Summer of
Yeah, yeah,
2019,
it did. Yeah,
and Pokemon also had a
yeah.
Pokemon had a challenge of coming out the weekend after Endgame too. So it's like it still made money
Mm,
despite going against the biggest movie of all time.
and
You know,
that's crazy. You know,
they'll
that's
show
crazy.
they'll show up. I don't think Mortal
Wow.
Kombat did that well because it came out during COVID and also it was day and day release, so it was kind of like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's 38, but I know I'll be the first to be in line to see that movie because I'm a huge fan of Mortal Kombat and event and the video game, series and everything like that. I'm a huge fan, but yeah, yeah, and I'm excited. I'm excited. So
What would you out of 10? What would you give it?
what?
Out of 10, what would you give it?
I'll give it I'll give it a D minus. No, I'm
Sounds
kidding.
like my kind of movie.
Oh yeah, our tier list again. Pretty good. F.
It's inside joke. Sorry, guys.
I'm like D minus. Okay, okay, I could work with that. Yeah, yeah.
No, no, no. I would definitely get that. 1 out of 10. I'll give it a seven and a half.
Oh, okay,
I'll give it a 7.5. Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
fair.
I'll give it a 7.5. I came out of there entertained. I laughed, and yeah, yeah, yeah.
I I think that
I'm
our
with it.
inside joke was the Matthew Vaughn tier list when Nick was like, yeah, no, I think it might have been Chris Nolan or Batman or something.
'Cause
Where go ahead, Nick.
it was it was Matthew Vaughn because we were talking about like some of the Kingsman movies.
Yes,
And I for the tier list, I had misunderstood the rules. So I thought like if you
that's
like
on me.
whatever movie like you give, like if you give like Kingsman an A, then it's like then every movie after that you can't like same rating. So I was like, damn, process of elimination. Gotta get a fucking F or something. Even though I liked the movie, but it was just like, everybody else got like an A, a B, a C, a D. Oh, so happy that came back up today.
The funniest thing
Oh man.
when you said it, Moses was so quick. Moses said an F. It was like so quick.
But
It
also,
was
like, I
so
didn't even
quick.
realize like everybody else was like giving like regular ratings. Like everyone else had like maybe like two or three A's or two or three B's. I think my mind must have just been somewhere that night. I was like, I already gave A through D. Got to give this one an F. Fuck it.
I take responsibility for that
Like
because
it was just like when I heard Moses like an F, like literally
he was so
for
flabbergasted.
like because I was like looking over here. Yeah, like I heard like F. I was like, what
I think
what happened?
I think even Joel was still on the
Oh,
podcast, and Joel was like, "God damn."
damn, he
Was
was.
he?
Yeah,
I don't think he was.
yeah. He was.
Are you sure?
He.
Okay, man.
I can tell you when
I
he
think he
quit.
was there for that episode. Yeah.
He quit around. I quit, but he took time off.
We go cut this part out. We don't
No,
need
no,
to
he
put all
no,
this
no, he
part
knows.
out
He
there
knows.
like that.
He's well.
Yeah.
He's well aware. He's well aware of it. I think he took a break around like April, May. I want to say. I
Doug
think
said
it
he
was-
knows what he did.
No. He called me the other day. Like, oh, you know how I quit? Like, he told me the other day I had a conversation. And I was like, hey man, like you do you, baby. Like, no man, more power to you.
Okay.
But I think
Yeah.
he hopped off around May ish. I want to say. So I think the tier list. But it'll be funny when we do our tier list for Mission Impossible this summer because I know. Now you know the rules, so now
All F's. Yeah, I know.
Hey, we know the rules
Interesting.
now. We know the rules now.
All right, so 7.5. Hey man, that's a pretty good rate for Minecraft. Hey man, what did he say in Django? He goes,
That's solid.
"You have my curiosity, now you have my attention."
Yeah. That's the part. I gotta watch that one again. That was a good one.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Let me now let's see. So transitioning now to our main topic of tonight. Let me pull up the right. Here we go. And no, that's the wrong one again. Why is this not? Oh, I'm sorry. One sec, boys. Yeah, so this is gonna be. We're really now heavy into the festival and convention season now because I think Sundance kicked it off. South by CinemaCon, then it's WonderCon, and then it's Con Film Festival, and then it's San Diego Comic Con, and then TIFF. So now we're really full. We are now fully into festival and convention season. Excuse me. So let me pull up.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Let me see. Okay, let me go. So we have now, courtesy of our friends at Screen Rant. Obviously, we didn't go to CinemaCon this year. We were playing on it originally, but we think next year might be better when we have a better schedule. And of course, the funds is definitely the key to everything. So let's go through days. So there was 4 days. Sony, Lionsgate, Amazon MGM, Warner Brothers, Paramount, Disney. I think Neon had a panel. This year for the first time. It's funny because me and Nick went to the Neon panel at South by Southwest, actually, which was really cool. That was a good panel.
It was very fun.
Yeah. I'd love to. Yeah, I mean, Neon is. I think Neon is one of the studios that that tries their best to make sure that they put out like original content.
Mm-hmm.
It's not content, but original projects. And which is always nice. So yeah,
I'm gonna keep this spoiler free, of course, but I want Nick to tell the story because Nick has the funniest way he tells the story. Is that our second to last day at South by? We were hearing everything about this movie called you know the movie Together, Moses? Have you heard about this movie yet? With Allison Brie and Dave Franco?
yeah, I've heard about it. I think yeah, I saw. Yeah, I think I saw like a little trailer on it too as well. Yeah.
Did you see our reaction to it?
No, no, wait, did I miss? I'm probably missed that. What you guys do? What happened?
Nick, tell Moses what happened when the movie ended. That's all I'm gonna say.
So, so I loved it. I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but I thought the way that they told the story, it was very unique and it was well done, especially for what they were trying to do. And I had so much fun with it. It was like kind of like twisted, a little bit grotesque in some ways. But for me, it didn't seem like it was like a lot to me. I was like, damn, that's some nasty shit. But it's a good movie though, and it's a good story, overall, and that's what I really liked about it. And I've known Doug since 2016.
Almost 10 years.
Like never in the dude, almost 10 years. Never has this like ever happened. Like I was like, oh wow. And I turned over to Doug like that, and Doug was just kind of like looking like Doug was in a day. Never seen him speechless after a movie before.
Where?
Like I was like, bro, you good? Like I was like, I didn't know how to like approach the situation. Like I on the shoulder like, is everything straight, bro? Like you good? And he was, like Doug's thing was just like he's like, it was cool. It was just some of the stuff in the movie was like a bit much for me personally. I'm like, I can respect that, like especially when you watch it. When you watch it, it's kind of like, oh, okay, this is why it was a little bit like, a bit much, if you will. But I liked it. I thought it was great. Doug was just silent for a few minutes, man. And even like when we were trying to do our out of theater reaction, I had all the shit to say about it, and Doug was like, I mean, it was cool, it was great, and all of this, but I was like, I don't know what to say about it. I was like, yo, I've never seen Doug like that. He was gone.
Thank you, Nick, for sharing that story. You tell it so perfectly and so beautifully. To this point, I've never sat in a theater like this. Again, to our audio listeners, I sat with like hunched over like this. I was like just sitting there like and blinking. I was like, what in the fuck did we just watch? And I did say I admire the.
I could tell Doug has seen some things, man.
I did say I admire.
You look like you saw like the end of Revelations or something.
Thanks, bro.
He's not lying. He's telling the truth. And I'll tell you what, Moses. I'll be honest with you. If you didn't like if you didn't like Saltburn, you probably won't like this movie.
All right, I'm not gonna see that.
Yeah, I don't. But I gotta
Yeah,
say,
Moses, you especially need to know this movie. I've never, like, there's been movies where it's like I wouldn't necessarily recommend this to you. Like, it's been like that, but I've never in my life have I been like, I recommend you actively do this movie because it is like, it's like a movie. Like the story it is about, like relationships and stuff. Like, if you could kind of past all the scary, crazy shit and just like really focus on like, okay, this is what the film is like about. If you can like focus on that, I think you can appreciate it, but it's kind of like you gotta swim through a whole lot of like waters to kind of get to that part because like it was, it's subtle, like it builds up, it does kind of get in your face with some of the visual effects. But it was I mean shit, I liked it. Like I would buy it on Blu-ray.
We'll definitely see when it comes out.
Put it on Valentine's Day, Moses. Watch Valentine's.
No.
Moses, let me tell you something. If you watch this on a first date, bro, listen, man, I'll Venmo you $5.
If you
I'm
watch,
currently saving up for some stuff. Otherwise, it would be more.
If you watch on a first date, you'll be on a no-flight list. The no-flight list the next day. Like you'll be on a terrorist. You're probably on a terrorist watch list. Like I would not recommend.
About to get a text from the FBI. Like open up. About to be like, why is the CIA texting my phone right now? Soon as the movie starts, people like.
What I'm hearing from you guys is do not watch the movie.
Yeah, audience members,
that's what you guys are saying.
If you are squeamish, if you're not a fan of like, because it's like it's not even like a horror movie necessarily, but it's just like, I mean, shit. I guess it is technically a horror movie, but it's kind of like it's out there. It's out there, but it's definitely a fun experience. And again, just like the bottom line underlying story, like what it's about at its core. That's why I fool with this so much because it's like you can watch it at face value and kind of be like, damn, this was a scary ass, crazy ass movie. But then when you kind of when you peel back the layers, it's like you can appreciate it more. This is what it was about. It's like I had a lot of stuff to say about the movie. To Doug, like for the out of theater reaction, I was like, yo, man, it was like this and this, and like this is what this represented, like da da da. And Doug was just kind of like,
I was shocked.
Hey, I'm with you, man, but god damn, he was shocked. I've never seen Doug shocked before.
Damn.
Well, it comes out. It comes out. It comes out in August, but it comes out in August, basically. Yeah, it comes out in August. So you have time.
Okay.
You have time. Yeah. And we'll do a. I think we have a lot of reviews coming up, of course, for this, but like we'll probably do a review of that closer to release date, just to be fair, over the summer at least. No pun intended, but kind of pun intended. It's an out of body experience. I mean that, and like if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was funny though. It's a quick story. I don't want to name this person.
It's wild.
I don't name this person, but those are Nick though. Like someone we're talking to at South by, right? They already saw it like because it premiered day one, and we saw it like later on in the week. And he was like, "Yo, I saw you guys saw it together. Blah 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 blah. What'd you guys think?" And he was like so happy. The person was so happy. I said, "Nick loved it. I didn't really care for it." And his smile went from to like just like depressed face of like, "You didn't like it?" I said, but Nick liked it, and his face went from like shocked, like saying that's the most like absurd thing. I told him like I kicked the cat, whatever today. Like he must like his reaction was like I said some pretty foul out of pocket stuff, and I was like I didn't like it, and he was like his mood changed immediately.
Damn.
So yeah, I don't know.
It's an out movie though. It's an out there movie. Sure.
Mm.
Yeah,
A good
but
one though.
Oh,
Neon.
oh, yeah.
Congrats, Neon.
Yep.
Congrats, Neon. All right, so here we go. So
We'll see. We'll see.
going back to CinemaCon, of course. Day one was Sony. Sony had the big on day one. And Tomo's had a great point, but let's talk about things that haven't been really announced yet, or the big things. And the first thing announced was Spider-Verse. Release date has been now revealed, June 4th, 2027. They showed some images.
Yeah,
so
we'll see.
Yeah, how you guys feeling about this release date? And that's going to be now 4 years since the last one and almost 10 years since the first one. How you guys feel about that?
I'm kind of surprised they're still making it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not, because it makes money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, when anything makes money, I'm never like, I never bet on them not making it at all. But yeah, I mean, I saw the images and everything like that. I was able to see the images online, and I was very impressed. And everything, because it looks even different from, it's completely separate first movie, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like the images look completely different from the very first movie. You know what I mean? They look completely different. They look a little bit similar from the movie that was released, 1 or 2 years ago. I forgot what year. And yeah, man, it definitely has a different overall. And yeah, it's that one. I think it's that image right there. The one that one right there. It's a little bit different too as well, but it's yeah, I'm excited about it. That's all I gotta say. I'm excited about it. All I'm glad is that they're taking their time for this to make this move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad they're taking their time. I'm glad they're not rushing it. I rather like, if they had to say it's kind of coming out in 2028, I'll be okay with that, to be honest with you. Because it's a movie that I'm like, you know what, just take your time, because I know the animation is very, very important. And I don't want to go to the theater and have something that's incomplete. That the animators wouldn't exactly be proud of. You know what I mean? Like, I want to go in here and see like these, like, yeah, like, watch it. Go back to that image again, Doug. Yeah, like that one right there with him and Gwen. I thought the image was very, very crazy. Was very, very beautiful too as well. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited about this movie. I'm excited about it, being able to actually see some of the animations that they got going on for it. So, but yeah,
I'm with it.
I hope I'm I'm still, I was gonna say, I hope I'm still alive. Oh, that sounds shit.
Hell yeah, you would be.
In 2 years. Moses, are you good?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I mean,
put this man on ice. Put this man on ice.
I hope. I just hope I make it till then, man. I don't know, bro. It's 2 years away.
No,
I mean, to be fair, tomorrow is never promised. Obviously, every day is a privilege for sure.
That's what I was thinking about. I was like, tomorrow's never promised. So I'm like, man, I hope every day. I hope I'm promised every single day. That's all I'm saying.
No, I'm with that. I'm with that. I'm
yeah.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with you, Moses. Like, I'm excited for it. I hope it's good. It's just like, low-key, all of the not to like hound the guy, but like, the Shameik Moore stuff. I was kind of just like, oh man, what are you doing, man? I'm like, bro,
boy.
not fuck up this movie for me. Save all this shit for after the premiere, man, or just have the Miles Morales character from like his variant, like at the end, just have to be both versions. If Shameik wants to keep acting crazy, but
I'm glad it's coming out in 2027 though, because there's going to be some time for this whole thing to kind of die down. This whole thing.
That's true. That's true. Because like, I'm like, my brother, like, what's good?
Well, once we get in 2026, people are not going to be thinking about it no more, because people forget. People tend to forget, and when things are brought back, it's like, that was a long time ago. That was like 3 years ago. Why are we still talking about that? Whatever. People haven't moved on, but
that's that old shit.
2027, and you know, it'll be long gone, and so Mick Moore can, you know, live his life.
Yeah.
His
Like, listen,
life.
hey, Shabik, we want one more movie from you, bro. Like, all you gotta do is just not fuck this up. Just one
Yeah,
more that you can go buck wild, do whatever the fuck. But no,
yeah,
I'm with you, Moses, because like I'm excited for this movie. Like the first two I love. Um and I'm with you on the animation point as well. Like, take your time with that because I liked how like with the second one, they kind of like evolved a little bit. So I'm hoping to see evolution. Of course, what the story did.
yeah.
Um, but I'm really excited where they take it. The work that Doug had, like that was looking and like the Prowler version, I thought that was really cool.
No.
Um, yeah, 2027 though. I can wait. I can wait.
Yeah, that's when Avengers, you know, Avengers Secret Wars comes out too as
Oh
well.
yeah,
Damn, double feature.
interesting. Yes,
I
same
hate
summer
you guys
too.
before with you guys. When Avengers it comes
Hmm.
out, so when Odyssey comes out, I'll be there in Arizona to watch those two movies with you guys.
Hell
There's
yeah,
no
you
Oh
way.
yeah.
better. You
Hell
better.
yeah.
You
Taking the
bucket.
whole week off of work, bruh.
You
No.
better. No, I'm with you guys. I'm with you guys on this. I'm excited. To your point, Moses, like they're taking their time. Don't rush the animators. Don't rush the visual effects people. That's very important. Um, yeah, I'm again. I think this could be one of the better trilogies we've gotten in quite some time. And also I trust Phil Lord and Chris Miller. You know, I think these guys are just genius. I mean, I mean everything they touch, despite them being excuse my language, wrongfully fired from Solo, which I think is bullshit to this day. Um, but you think of 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street, Lego Movie, Spider Verse, you name it. These guys have gold. These guys have a great track record. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs was a big hit. Like these guys know what they're
Ah,
doing. And I think whatever they produce, right, whatever direct, they have a good track record. They haven't made a bad project. And again, it's a shame that we were to see their version of Solo. Probably would have been, and someone who is a Solo defender, I would love to see their version of Solo in a heartbeat. But I think in Lord and Miller we trust. I think these guys have a great track record. I think I'm looking forward to seeing what they how they conclude this trilogy. I think it's gonna be very special. And also, each soundtrack has gotten better and better with these movies too. The first soundtrack was great. Second soundtrack was awesome, and they have a great this team of everybody, artists, producers, creators, music, you name it. It's just a really it's a combination of why we love Spider-Man, but also just a combination of just like art in general. So yeah, we wait 2 years, but get to your point, worth the wait. All right, let's go back to Screen Rant again. A few things. Zach Kreger, as I said, Resident Evil has a movie coming out. Big Bold Beautiful Journey. That's again. I know what you did last summer. Reboot. Karate Kid. This was the big one. Speaking of Spider-Man and staying on Spider-Man, the MCU Spider-Man 4 title's been revealed and comes out July 31st in 2026. Spider-Man Brand New Day. How are we feeling about this title, boys?
I mean, you know, I'm glad they're staying away, from their home. No, that's supposed to be a joke there, but it didn't really land as well.
I
Anyways,
got you. I got
I follow. We follow.
you. I
We
thought
got
it
you.
was funny.
We got you.
No, 'cause I agree with you too, because it's like like homecoming. Okay, yeah, because it's a high school thing. It's homecoming, and it's a little like double entendre. And then it was like Far From Home. At that point, I was like, relax, man. We ain't got to keep doing this like the whole trilogy. But then
the No Way Home.
I mean it was. And No Way Home, yeah, No Way Home. I was kind of like really doubling down on this, but like it makes sense though. So like I'm kind of curious to see like obviously what are the other two titles going to be when they finish the trilogy. I'm really excited to see this new like chapter in Peter's life.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, because man, if he gets two trilogies, that would be kind of wild. No other MCU character has gotten multiple trilogies, unless I'm mistaken. I
Nope.
don't think I am.
I mean, right now, Thor has,
He's got the four solos.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Spider-Man's kind of
well,
tied with him there.
yeah, and I think I mean technically,
There's been like four Captain America, but like it's kind of like it was like three with Evans and then like one with Mackie. I would love a an Anthony Mackie Captain America trilogy
yeah,
though.
Same here.
me too. I mean, yeah, me too. I would. But anyways, going back to Spider-Man Brand New Day. Is that what it's called, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I in my head I was like Brand New World, but it is Brand New Day.
Brand New Day. I think it kind of goes. Maybe to be honest with you, people. I mean, I had somebody say, it kind of goes in hand with Doomsday. You know,
Yeah.
and everything. Because Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday, and Spider-Man Brand New Day. That kind of goes maybe hand to hand there. I'm not exactly sure. I could be completely wrong, and it could be just a coincidence. But it's Marvel. They don't just do things for coincidence like that,
This is true.
especially in titles, right? So and yeah, I'm excited about it. I hope that there's a middle ground because I know Sony wanted to do the multiverse again because they realized how successful it was. $1.9 billion at the box office, right? And that was through the multiverse storyline, you know,
Yeah.
and everything. And I think that with this movie, Marvel obviously wanted to do a more grounded, storyline of Spider-Man, right? And Sony was, wanting to do a more, multiverse storyline. So I hope
Hmm.
that there's a grounded level that they basically came together and realized, okay, we can do both. We can do the multiverse perspective, right? And also go hand in hand with doing a grounded level, Spider-Man 2 as well. And yeah, I'm hoping that there's a line there, you know, and everything. And I'm excited to see what they got going on. They already cast Sadie Sink. We don't exactly know who she's going to be playing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you guys don't know who she is, she plays a character in Stranger Things, in the show Stranger Things.
Yep.
Red hair. But yeah, great actress overall. And whatever she does in this film, in the Spider-Man Brand New Day, I know she's gonna kill it. And yeah, we'll definitely see. We all know that Tom Holland is still filming, the Odyssey, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, as you all guys know, I'm the biggest Spider-Man fan ever. It's funny. I think we were in line for drop, Nick, and we talking about like what Spider-Man 4 could be when we're at South by, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm torn as well.
Yeah.
Where like I'm so for anything they do. Like I think I'm really liking, excuse me, what Tom Holland has brought to Spider-Man so far. As you guys know, Spider-Man No Way Home means the world to me. Literally because it was I saw. I mean, we all did. We all saw our childhood on the big screen again. From Sam Raimi, Spider-Man, from Toby to Andrew to Doc
Yep.
Ock to Alfred Molina to Willem Dafoe to Jimmy Fox to Thomas Hayden Church, like you name it. Like that movie was our childhood, and seeing that movie on the big screen brought tears to me. I cried, and as I've heard the story 100 times on this podcast, I remember grabbing Nick's arm and hand, grabbing my girlfriend at the time's hand, and it was just like I was just in heaven because I was like, I'm seeing like why I love Spider-Man on the big screen. This is like a dream come true again, and I have faith in Kevin Feige and Amy Pascal and everyone involved. It's the same screenwriters from the past three movies, which I love when they bring back the same writers for movies like this. I feel very confident, and I think their writing for the past trilogy was great. Also, what's the guy's name? Is Destin Daniel Cretton, right? Who did Shang-Chi.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, and
Yep, yep.
I thought Shang-Chi was fine. I think I came out of time, I was like, oh, it was good, but I didn't love it the way I think a lot of people did. I still think it was still very well made. But from what I heard about cinema, the action scenes that were remarkable. The fight
the action
choreography, oh my
I
god.
should see the Shang-Chi. Those were fucking fire, right?
Now that's choreography right there.
Yes. If
Hell yeah.
if you can infuse that into Spider-Man, say less. Like say less. And he was saying, and my thing, I always tell this to Nick, and we know this too, is that we all the time we talk about, being a fan of a thing, being a fan of an IP or a franchise. please hire people that have a love for the franchise. Please hire someone that knows these characters. If you don't know these characters, maybe don't take the job, because I think there's so many talented filmmakers that know the property. I think of Ryan Coogler knowing Creed and Black Panther, but he knew Rocky. He knew Rocky pretty well. I think back to John Watts knew Spider-Man. You know, like I mean, list goes on and on and on. Like, there's filmmakers that just understand the property and projects very well, and you can tell James Gunn knew Guardians. Like, these people, these filmmakers know the property very well, and it seems that Daniel, what name is Cretton, the director of Spider-Man 4, like he knows Spider-Man. Like, he knows, like, I'm not taking this job. In CinemaCon, he was like, I'm really happy to tell the story. Like, he seems to know Spider-Man. So I was like, whew. Because I remember last year this time, me and Nick had an episode about this time a year ago. I'm like, who could direct Spider-Man 4? They go, oh, Sam Raimi. I was like, all right, Jon Favreau. I'm like, oh, I guess, but you gotta hire someone that just knows the property and knows the IP, because again, it can go really south, i.e. Josh Trank and Fantastic Four, when you hire someone that doesn't know the property or understand the character, at least, or characters. And I think Daniel Destin Cretton will definitely deliver. So I feel more at ease now. I'm like, okay, this guy knows Spider-Man. He knows the IP. What you got for me, homie? Like, what you got for me? So
that
good.
Yeah. Destin Daniel Cretton.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah,
Destin Daniel Cretton. But no, Doug, I'm with you on that. Yeah, because I'm with you on that. You got to get someone, like you said, that knows the character. I think you also got to get someone that like cares about the character too. Because if you, like, at least how I look at it, you know the character, you care about it. You're gonna do your best on it. It's not just like a paycheck. I'm a director that got hired to make this movie. It's like, no, like, okay, bet, like, when I was growing up with this character, this is what this is what really resonated with me with this character. So, like, this is what I want to bring for you. You want someone like that, with all of the filmmaking skills as well. But no, I'm with you on that. Like, I'm definitely excited for Spider-Man 4. I'm really excited to see where they take it. And, like, this is point, like, should it be multiversal? Should it be like ground level? I've heard like a couple of pitches where, like, you could kind of meld the two together, and like, it could work. I what's up?
I was agreeing with you, and like in some way there could be where they can kind of do both in a more grounded level in some way.
Yeah, because I feel like we kind of got proof of that with No Way Home, because yes, it was very much a multiversal story, but like it was kind of just like Spider-Man dealing with all this shit like on his own. It was just like all these like kind of crazy characters coming through. So it's like, you could do it like that. Like, me personally, I know y'all can do like the big multiversal story very well. Like, I personally would just love like a Tom Holland version of like more grounded, dare I say, Netflix style, Spider-Man movie. Because I know, like, there's been like a lot of people saying like, oh man, just have him like team up with Daredevil and fight Kingpin. Like, yeah, that would be dope. And if you're watching, well, I won't say that, it might be spoilers, but like that would be cool. But and I'm kind of rambling at this point. I apologize, but
don't apologize.
No, just like I think me personally, I would love like super ground level, and we really just see him like Peter Parker just kind of like basically almost at like his wit's end. He's miserable. He's Spider-Man all the time. It's like, bro, I have like no friends anymore. MJ's gone. Ned is gone. Like, there's really no point to being Peter Parker. People don't even know who I am. So like, I might as well just be Spider-Man all the time. So it's like, I would love to see it where like he's maybe even like kind of overworking himself in that aspect. Like, maybe he is still going to college, because why not? But it's like college is exhausting him, but it's like I gotta be Spider-Man because there's nothing else for me. And like, blah blah blah, however the movie happens is however the movie happens after that point. But then when you get into like Doomsday and Secret Wars, and then the Spider-Man movie after Secret Wars, it would be cool if like when he comes back he has the like the Venom symbiote, because that's how we got it in the comics.
There has to be, they can weave that kind of stuff into to like like this Spider-Man and everything like that because it's like there's no way they don't do this arc, you
I
know.
yeah, y'all gotta give him the Venom suit because y'all already had Tom Hardy in the universe
Yeah.
at the end of the movie. So it's like, yeah, like have him do his little Spider-Man 4 thing. He's miserable as ground level. He does Secret Wars, gets the
Hmm.
Venom symbiote there, and then like Spider-Man 5 is him like with the suit, and then Spider-Man, it's his whole struggle with that, and then maybe Spider-Man 6 is just like, it's so return to form. Like, oh man, that Venom shit sure was crazy, but now it's like, okay, bet I gotta kind of like it's him getting back to like the roots of being Spider-Man. Like, yeah, it wouldn't be like as dark a film as the previous one, like where he had the symbiote. It would be like brighter, but it would still be like, like thrilling and exciting and just like very true to it would just be like, a fucking Spider-Man kind of like back to basics, like,
Hmm.
I got through that dark period of my life. I came through it on the other side. Like, even though he's still like very young, he's a lot more mature at this point. I had a lot of lessons. And and now I'm ready to be like, like the full on, slightly more adult Spider-Man. I feel like that would be a pretty cool trilogy. I'd
Yeah.
watch that.
No. I mean, yeah. I've also heard about, them maybe, introducing, Miles,
That yeah, that
and
would be really cool in live
and I
action.
think if they don't introduce him in this upcoming film, I feel like they should introduce him in the next, but I also heard that, they're planning on waiting until, the Spider-Verse, trilogy
Hmm.
is over, for them to sort of like do that. But one thing I want to say before we kind of move on into the next sort of like project that they talked about us on at the CinemaCon is I just hope that Daniel, the director of the film, he just makes the swinging scenes just good.
Yeah, I agree.
Just like I know it's very small for me.
Yep.
I know it's very small, but just have him swing in these goddamn buildings.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Just have him swing in these
Yeah.
buildings.
I agree.
Like we like I personally don't really care about the webs that he uses as like as wings. I don't really care about that as much, but I just want to see him like swing around because to be honest with you, the Amazing Spider-Man, like when you watch those swinging scenes, bro, like come on,
Yeah,
it's
no,
like
the first time in theaters, like for trailer for the first Amazing, like it's his POV.
He's running and
dude,
Chef's
yeah,
come on.
kiss.
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like bring those swinging scenes back. Like man. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. Just make sure that the swinging scenes are just legit and that they're great and that they're you know that it feeds people.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely don't half-ass it. Don't just have a shot of him like swinging from a distance. Like nah, like I want to be like up close to
I want to be in
personal
there.
with it.
Yeah,
Be in there.
POV.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll end this on the Spider-Man discussion on this. Two things. If it was another home movie, could be Spider-Man Homeless because spoiler, he doesn't have a home after Spider-Man No Way Home. So it could have
True. Yeah, they fucking kicked him out of his apartment.
been rent.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I wanted to see Mr. Digovich, whatever, from the fourth one. We see the No Way Home, the apartment. I was like, we're gonna see Rent. You got Rent, and I was like, oh, we didn't see him. I was like, oh, okay.
No, because
But
that's the one thing that movie was missing. That and like Venom for real.
yes, for all.
Because now that I
Yeah,
think about it, it's
yeah,
like, yeah, they could have had Jason in it, but yeah, like Venom and Dickovich.
yeah. Digovich.
Oh,
Rent.
that would have
You
been
have
that would have been
Rent.
the ball on top.
Um, and my thing. I know that back in my. I know that those scenes back in my head. I'm with you guys. I'm all for a street level Spider-Man. I'm with it. But I get it for another conversation, another time, another episode. We'll move on. But Nick had a great idea when we were at South by about you could do another trilogy of like. I'm paraphrasing here, but Nick had a good idea of like what you could do is that you could set up him running to Toby and Andrew at the end of the first movie, and then 2 and 3, or
Yeah.
secret. Remember that Nick had a good idea. Like you do Secret Wars and bring in Toby and Andrew again for Secret Wars, and then the next Spider-Man movie can be all three of them again. And it's a final goodbye to all 3 Spider-Man. Like, just goodbye to them for good. But because I really do want to see Tobey and Andrew one more time. Again, it's very selfish of me. I get it. They had a beautiful send-off in No Way Home. I understand that. But the little kid in me would go ape shit if I get to see Tobey and Andrew's Tom just one more time together. Like that made me so. That made my whole childhood so happy seeing all 3 of them together and seeing Willem Dafoe and Alfred Molina again. But just see them 3 together in a whole movie together or half a movie together, I'd be like, I can die now. I can die happy now. I'll be like, cool, I saw what I wanted. So that's my thing. But yeah, I'm hyped for this movie as we all know. So okay, that's Spider-Man 4, called Spider-Man Brand New Day, and it's to end the Sony. Sorry, one more thing. Actually, let me change the tab. Hold up. My tab is to end Sony panel. This was the one. We won't spend too much time on this, but you guys hear this? This is pretty. I mean, I respect it, but I don't know. Sam Mendes has the Beatles movie coming. He casted. It's Joseph Quinn, Barry Keoghan, Paul Mescal. Go ahead, Nick.
No, because I just saw something about this the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, 4 films.
Yeah, that's the part that I heard about the 4 films thing and everything, and I heard about the casting and everything. But
they doing like a fucking Avengers style.
I'm saying
biopic universe here. What is this?
Well, hold on, Nick. Before you jump, one thing I got to say real quick, because this thing is it's kind of annoying me. Maybe the thing is going to turn out to be the best thing in the world, right? The whole, it's going to be this whole new thing about, it's going to do a great job with box office and making a lot of money or whatever it is, and it's going to be successful. Maybe it's going to be all that, right? But me, seeing where we at. Did you guys hear about the whole like Robin Williams movie? About him like being like a monkey and everything like that.
Oh, Robbie.
What's his name? You talking about the Rock, the singer?
The singer,
Robbie.
Right?
Robbie Williams.
Yeah.
Robbie, right. That movie cost over, I think, $100 and something million to make,
God.
Right?
And we made no money,
and it didn't even make a scratch of what it was worth and everything. And all I'm just trying to say is that be careful making a movie that people that I'm just saying, just be careful making a movie like the Beatles, and also 4 different movies of every single Beatles member, because that right there, it's like not everybody knows who the Beatles were, especially this new generation. They're gonna be like, who the hell are these Beatles people?
They're amigos.
You know what I mean?
The Beatles, they're amigos.
They got amigos. My God.
Sorry.
I guarantee. Maybe I'm wrong. No, maybe I'm wrong here, man. Maybe I hope I am. But you know what I mean? Like, people still know who Michael Jackson is, right? People know who this guy is. But the Beatles, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Am I crazy? Because I don't hear daily people listening to the Beatles. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just me. Am I crazy? Am I missing something?
No, no, Moses, you're not crazy. Because people, I'm not saying like the Beatles is like some like nothing nobody group. I'm not saying that at all.
No, they're not.
They're not. No. They're not. You're right. But to your point, I don't really hear people talk about the Beatles that much. So like when I saw the news, like, okay, they got all these actors to to play the Beatles. I didn't realize until Doug had pulled it up where I was like a 4-film saga. Because I'm like, are y'all gonna lead up? Is it gonna be like each individual Beatle and then like the 5th one or some shit? Is like now we're all finally a band. Now we're the Beatles. Like, that's one movie right there.
No, you know what I heard, bro? They're planning on filming those, all of those movies, right, separately, and then playing those movies at the same time in theaters.
That's okay. Okay. I like Sam Mendes a lot as a filmmaker, and I don't want to say.
I love Sam Mendes. I love Sam.
I hate saying this out loud. I want movies in the theater to succeed. I don't care what movie it is. I might hate the movie, but it does well in theaters. It's all that matters. This sounds like it's gonna flop. Like you can't have 4 movies come out on the exact same day unless you have Regal Limited that me and Moses have. You're gonna be paying for 4 separate tickets. 4 separate tickets.
Dude,
and tickets cost now $30 in LA, right, Moses, or 25 in New York and 25 in Chicago. Like, say 4 tickets, four tickets in one day. Unless you have AMC A-List or Regal Unlimited or as Movie Pass still a thing, probably, who knows? But like, what?
$30
in LA? Oh yes. Am I right, Moses?
For one ticket?
No.
For one singular ticket, it's $30.
For IMAX is like up there. It's like $30, $31 or something like that.
Hold up.
You better come mill and you better clean and wax my car afterwards for $30, bro, for one ticket.
But like for like regular tickets, it's like $20, $18, $19.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I remember tickets. I want to sound old, but I remember tickets used to being like freaking like literally $10, man, $9, bro. When I was back in Arizona, like
there was a time it was like $7.
When I first moved to Phoenix, it was $7.
Oh, we going to the like, bro.
Yeah,
it was great, man. It was great.
You're gonna want someone
there
to
used to be a time when you were going to the movies, all you needed was one singular $20 bill, and you said, "Man, let me get a ticket, let me get them snacks right there, let me get the drink. Y'all want something too? I got y'all. I'm covering everybody."
Now it's like,
bro, $20, $30. Nah, I'm gonna just catch it on streaming, man.
All right, ticket for Minecraft in LA at Burbank for one adult is $23.18. So you're telling me
23.
You're telling me someone's gonna pay that 4 times to see 4 different Beatles movies? Listen, Sony, I respect y'all. Sometimes I respect y'all. Are y'all insane? This is like it's gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt the theaters.
Some secret Beatle fans out there. Man.
John Lennon better come back from his grave and be like, "I'm back, guys. I'm back. I'm back, guys. I have a show for y'all." Ain't no way in hell.
I want to sit next to all the fucking Beatles in the theater paying that price.
You telling me I'm gonna pay $100? Bro. Are you kidding me?
I hope it's yearly. I hope it's throughout the year.
No, same day.
Though.
It's same day.
It's same
day. They said CinemaCon, same day.
All 4 movies are premiering on this.
Is it confirmed? Is it confirmed?
Yes. The head of Sony said.
No.
Same day.
Nah, we got Beatles at home.
Oh,
yeah, bro.
It's
under our bed.
If you want a longer movie,
that's fine.
Just make. That's fine. Just make a director's cut. Just make a director's cut.
This is gonna flop.
Like, who cares? Or do what the Brutalist did. 3-hour and 20-minute
intermission.
Movie. Just do that. It's fine.
Yeah. First half. First half 2 Beatles. Intermission. Other half 2 Beatles, and then the end together. Ain't no way someone's paying $100 to see 4 movies in one day, bro. Again, are we seeing this in IMAX? Is it going to be 1:3 ratio IMAX? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I'm sorry. This to me is like, I kept hearing this.
You better have Roger Deakins.
Oh yeah. You better have. You
better have Roger Deakins as the cinematographer for me to be excited about this.
I don't, bro. Yeah.
No, I hope he does well. To be honest with you, I love.
It's a bit much for me.
I love his film that came out 2 years ago. I love The Lighthouse. I thought that was a great movie, and I love every single other movie he's made. I love James Bond, Skyfall.
You said
I love all those movies. I hope that this movie it's called I think it's called The Lighthouse. Yeah, it came out like 2 years ago, I think.
Okay. You know what? No, that's because I was thinking about the Willem Dafoe one.
Empire of Light.
Empire of Light. That's what it's called. It's called Empire.
Okay, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, It's called Empire of Light. It's more of a drama. It's more of like a drama movie and everything like that. And
Oh, okay.
it's more it's super grounded. It kind of
Okay.
tackles Sam Banda's like own like personal you know life a little bit too as
Yeah.
well. I thought it was great. I thought it was great. It got nominated for best cinematography. So
Damn, okay.
and and
but all I gotta say, I hope Rob Deakins, the cinematographer for that movie, like
he
that
better.
DP'd a lot of great movies, like 2049. He better be the cinematographer because like they always team up, Sam Mendes and Roger Deakins for like every
Skyfall,
single one of their movies for some reason. But
1917. Yep. Empire of Light. Yep.
yeah, yeah.
4 movies, man. Four
So,
movies.
hey man, just,
I bet y'all they change
just
this. I bet they change
I
this.
hope, come on, man.
I
Oh, of course.
bet.
I
I
know they're
have
gonna change
to.
that because there's
Like it's ambitious for sure. And I can respect the
yeah,
ambition,
me too, bro.
but it's like I don't know. This is with all due respect to everyone who's working on the movie and to the Beatles. I don't know that that's like the best way to tackle that. A four movie premiere and all four of them are premiering in the same
Just
day.
just do a part. Just you can even just do a part two. Do a part two. Do two movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just do that. Be like, hey, this is the part one of the Beatles, and then this is part two of the Beatles, and that's gonna be airing. It's gonna be out in 2 years or whatever, or a year or next
Or
year. It
even
doesn't matter.
even like a trilogy, hell. Like four movies? But it's like I mean, I don't know. I also like I don't know enough about any of the Beatles to in my mind say like, oh, I could see them doing like four movies about them. If I was more knowledgeable on these guys, maybe my tune would be a little bit different. But I'm not.
Two.
So it's just kind of like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's like I kind of just know them as like one
Yeah,
entity.
maybe to be honest with you, yeah, maybe you are right, man. Maybe if I knew them a little bit more, my tune would would have been a little bit different. But I don't really know them as much,
Yeah, 'cause
which is
four movies.
Two.
Damn,
Two.
it's
Two.
yeah.
like I don't know.
Two
I
things.
just
Did no one? And no offense, Moses. Did no one? Did no one learn from the Horizon fiasco with Kevin Costner? I got 4 movies coming out. Guess what? It was not the first one, but our boy Moses here. And guess what? Part 2, Part 3, and Part 4 have been shelved. So did no one learn from? Did no one learn from this? I'm like, come on, guys! Like, you guys, this didn't work last year. No offense to
Oh,
Kevin
true.
Costner and a Western. Do you again? I don't care if you're the biggest Beatles fan. No one in LA is gonna be like, I'm paying $100 for 4 movies in one day. Get the fuck out of here! Like, I'm going home. Like, bro, I'm going to Walmart. I'm good, bro. Get some like Beetlejuice, whatever. I don't care there, whatever. But like, come on now, like, do
fucking Beetlejuice. No, like four movies in one day. Like, bro, it would need to be like an event. Like for like me personally, it's like, bro, if it was like like oh, we're doing like four new DC movies in one day. Like, okay, bet. But like respectfully, I'm like, damn, the Beatles, my God,
we can,
Nah,
bro.
you
We
said
can
the
buy
real
four.
juice,
We can buy.
but
We can buy
no,
four.
Beetlejuice is fucking wild, Doug.
We can be, bro. We can buy, guys. We can buy 4 separate Beatles vinyls for
like
20 for one ticket. We can go to Zia's. We can go to fucking Amoeba in LA by Moses, and we can get 4 Beatles on albums on vinyl for $20 total. Guess what? We have our own. We have our own Beatles movie right there. Done. There we go. Like this to me sounds disastrous. And so what we're gonna see on YouTube in a year later, as that movie comes out, both in blockbusters, right, Nick, or YouTube? What went wrong, or Watch Mojo?
Dang, low-key.
What went wrong with the Beatles
Yeah,
release movie? It's like, come on, guys, like, oh my
because
god,
you could low key just watch like either a Beatles documentary
yes.
or just watch or just kind of like read up on them or something like that. A
yeah,
You know
little
what's a,
YouTube
you
20
know
minute
what's a
video on like
fantastic
Ringo or some shit.
I don't think
fantastic
it's
yeah.
forced. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Moses. Go ahead.
No,
Go first.
go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, please.
No, I was just I know. I was just gonna repeat what we talked about in the beginning is that they shouldn't do a four separate movies with like with every single one of them being based on you know like every single Beatle member. It's like just make a part two, just make two movies, maybe make a sequel or whatever the hell, make a part one, about sort of like the coming of the Beatles and everything like that, right? And I have that sort of like tackle each and every single one of the character. And then part two, talk about, how they kind of like rose up into fame and how they kind of just like, split and everything. And damn, and there you go. Right. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't
No,
know
we're
shit.
with you.
I'm with that.
And
We're
maybe
with you.
it's gonna be
Just
great.
like, are they going to be the beat? Like, you're going to be like the Beatles during these four films? Is it going to lead up to them being the Beatles? Is it going to be like, we are the Beatles, but this Beatles movie is about John Lennon? This Beatles movie is about Ringo. Is it going to be like that?
Yes,
I think
yes.
that's how
It's
gonna
four
be, and I'm
separate.
like,
It's four separate biopics.
it's for
Just them individually, and is it each one is before they became a Beatle?
I think it's like their POV.
Is that it?
I could be wrong. I'll be wrong. And please, anyone correct me in the
I
comments
think
or
that's what it
review.
is. I think it's
I think
Is
it's
it the POV? Okay.
I think it's the POV during their time as Beatles. Like, oh look, John Lennon during the Beatles, or George Harrison during the Beatles,
Okay.
or
Because
Ringo
I thought
during
it was
the
about
Beatles.
to be like four origin stories up in here.
Oh,
I'm like,
hell
I don't know
no.
about that,
Bro.
no, and
Like,
No.
like POV stories. I'm not mad at. That's kind of interesting. If it was like, oh, this is how each joined the beat. Nah, man, I don't need to see that four different times.
No.
there's also, by the way, I hope that the budget for these movies are like
Jesus.
super low. Like if you make
It's not.
if every single one of them is like 50 million,
It's not.
that right there is what, like $200 million. Like for them. I'm pretty sure at least they're gonna be at, like every single one of those Beatles movie. I was about to say Beetlejuice. I don't know why.
Because I got Beetlejuice comment.
Every single one of those Beatles films, it's probably going to cost like 50 mil, really, and that's going to round up to being like 100 together. But hey, man, I hope that I hope it's good. By that time, I'm excited to see it and whatnot. But at it now, from a filmmaker's perspective, I don't really think of it as being like the best idea. Maybe I'm stupid, or maybe I'm not. I'm not exactly sure. But looking at it as a filmmaker, I'm just like, wait, that doesn't feel right.
Yeah, who greenlit this?
Also, it's also like money as well. Like if you think financially, it's not a smart decision, to make, and she's right. It's like, oh, so which movie here should we not be in the best running, because they're all different, right? You know, which one should be? Should it be the first one? Should it be the second one? Should it be the third one? Which one should, right? It's not going to be all together. No, hell no. The Academy doesn't do that. It doesn't work like that. So, and I'm pretty sure they're planning on making this film an awards contender film too as well. So you got to think about that too, right?
Yeah.
So, hey man, maybe, I don't know.
Look here. Look at me. Look at this. See, look.
That's a good point.
This is me and the Beatles 6 years ago. Look, $0 done. Movie solved. There you go. Look at that. Like this is me. This is me during the walk at Abbey Road, bro. Done. Look at that. See, problem solved. $0.
Doug just photoshops like three more of him in the pig. Like different shirts on.
I'll Photoshop. I'll Photoshop you two on there, and then a fourth random person. I'll Photoshop Blue in there if I have to. Like, I'll Photoshop someone else in there. It's like, come on, guys. Like, this is like, oh my god. Like, like to me, it's just like this is silly.
I know they're gonna change it up. I know this is not gonna be locked in. I know there's gonna be some changes. I know 100% know there's gonna be some changes. If I'm wrong, then I hope the best for the film and everything. But I definitely know they're gonna be changes.
Do you want to see a good Beatles movie? Watch Yesterday.
Yeah.
Beautiful movie. No one saw it a couple years ago, but my parents. But like,
No, I saw it.
It's a great movie. Great Beatles movie. There you go. 25 mil budget. Done. Look at that. Done. But it's gonna. That comes out. What, April? It comes out April and whatever. April 2020. What? Good luck, Sony. Good luck to y'all. Best of luck to you. We're rooting for you, but this sounds kind of silly. I'm sorry, but I digress. We digress.
I love And the
Yeah.
Beatles are cool too. It's just I'm like it just seems like a bit much. But
Uh,
gentlemen, please forgive me. The bubble bath in my red wine is calling, and I do got work a little early in the morning, so I'm gonna have to hop off. But
You good? You
yeah,
good?
Moses, you want to keep going?
All right, man. We can definitely like tackle like the next sort of like probably like two more films from like the next studio, whichever studio that
Give
is
us
next you want to chat about. But other than that, we can also tackle it next week
Yeah,
too as well.
give us. How about nine p.m. Nick? 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes. Can we compromise on that? Eight
got
more
you,
minutes. Okay.
got you,
Eight more
got you,
minutes. All right. So,
got you.
this will be part one. Um, what's so Neon had their thing. They had Together in the Life of Chuck. But to Moses' great idea was to do. All right. How about the bigger things? Hunger Games has been revealed. This is day two. This is Lions. Excuse me. This is Lionsgate. And the big thing, I'm sorry, big thing on day two. What big thing on day two was that they have now announced Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping, which is the second prequel of the franchise, which follows Haymitch, which was Woody Harrelson's character in the first four films. So this will be another prequel. Francis Lawrence is coming back. Are we hyped for this one? I know, Nick, you and I both love the prequel. How you feeling about this?
Yeah. Me, I'm definitely on board. Love Francis Lawrence as a director. Like, I'm not mad that it's Woody Harrelson's character, but after seeing the previous one, I'm like, I do kind of want to see more of Snow's progression into that character that we all know him to be. I still gotta watch the other Hunger Games movies, but I guess now I get to watch them in chronological order, which is pretty cool. But this, like, if it's anything like the last one, this movie's gonna be a banger. I'm definitely excited
Is
for
it?
this. On the Reaping. Even the title is just like, damn. Oh, it sounds poetic, man.
Yeah. Is it the same director from the
Francis
previous film?
Francis
Yeah,
Lawrence
Francis
is
Lawrence.
Lawrence. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's done
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
but
I
the first
mean,
one.
He can direct, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Who did the first one?
Gary Ross.
Gary Ross.
He did
Gary
he did
Ross.
C,
Gary Ross.
he did Seabiscuit. He did oh my gosh. He did the Ocean's
Oh
8
wow,
he
okay.
did the Ocean's prequel, Ocean's 8. Um Gary Ross. Let's see. He did
It's a
Seabiscuit.
prequel? Ocean's 8?
Sorry, not prequel. Sorry, it's a spinoff. My bad. Spinoff. Spinoff. He did.
Oh, I was like interesting because I like the Ocean's trilogy. But
He
Seabiscuit, sorry.
no. Good. I see the Seabiscuit. He did the first Hunger Games. He did. Um, I think he wrote Big, which his sister, Penny Marshall, R.I.P. She passed away. He wrote Big. He made a movie called Dave, which is actually a pretty cute, underrated movie with Kevin Kline. Oh, sorry, he wrote. He's right. He wrote Dave. Um, and for the thing, Seabiscuit, first Hunger Games. He wrote Big. He wrote Tale Despereaux. He did Free State of
Hmm.
Jones. Ocean's 8 he made. Pleasantville. And we did the first one, and
Really?
then
Okay.
Francis Lawrence came on Catching Fire, which is the best one in my opinion. And then he's done every one since Catching Fire. So Catching Fire, Mark and J Part 1, Part 2, Battle of
Yeah.
Songbirds and Snakes, and now he's doing Sunrise on the Reaping. So that is another prequel. And Moses, are you hyped for this one the way we are?
I mean, I'm excited, man. I actually like the one that came out last year. I thought it was really, really good. I enjoyed
Oh,
it.
great.
Was it last year or the year before that?
23.
I I want to say it was the year before, right? Oh, yeah,
2023.
23.
Yep.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed that one. I thought it was great. It made. I mean, I'm glad it made its money back and everything like that. I think, right? But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought the cinematography was beautiful. I thought the acting was also really really great too as well. I thought the whole film in general, the direction, was great. And tone was different, too as well from like
Yeah.
from the previous like who was completely, they took a more of like a there's a level of like like thriller slash like horror element to the one that came out in 2023. You know, a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm excited for this one. I'm excited to see who gets cast as as that lead actor and
Young Woody
everything. And
Harrelson.
yeah, I'm excited to see what they got going.
It's a
Yeah,
young.
that's what I'm saying. I'm excited to see. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see.
How are they
You
gonna do?
know,
There's
you know what? I think you guys know that guy from you guys know that guy from that show The Outer Banks. You know, have you guys seen that show called The Outer Banks? The Outer Banks.
Not
heard
at
of it.
all, my brother.
Heard of it.
But continue.
Okay, okay. Have you guys seen the movie Uncharted? The one that just came out with Tom Holland and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Do you know like the guy that kind of plays Tom Holland's brother? You guys, nah, it's fine. If you guys
I think I remember him having a brother in that movie, but the movie it didn't
all I'm
leave
trying to
that
say
much.
is that
Is it this guy? Is this
that
guy?
guy?
This guy? Is that him?
Wait, hold on, it's still loading. Yes, yes, yeah.
Oh,
Rudy
He kind
Pankow?
of resembles, yeah, yeah. He kind of resembles, he gives me that vibe,
Okay.
of being
I can
able
see
to
it.
play young Woody Harrelson a little bit.
see that? Why?
I can see it.
I'm honestly and I haven't seen this actor in anything. I haven't seen The Outer Banks, but looking at this photo, I would be kind of surprised if they didn't go with this guy.
Rudy
Yeah,
Pankow.
I mean,
He looks just
great,
like
he's a
younger
great
Woody
actor.
Harrelson.
He's a great actor, too as well. And I watched the show The Outer Banks, and it's a good show on Netflix. You know, but yeah, he's I definitely see him as playing. Maybe there might be some other actors too as well that people might see, being betrayed. But yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's my take.
I'm with you guys. I love this franchise. I didn't love Mockingjay Part 1 and Part 2, but I just love Catching Fire, and I love Battle of Songbirds and Snakes. I just thought that was just masterful and a great entry in the franchise. Probably my second favorite of the franchise, actually. I thought when we saw it at IMAX, Nick and I at the premiere a couple years ago, that to me was so immersive. I was like, whoa, and how Francis Lawrence uses IMAX to use for the arena stuff is so brilliant. It's genius. So if he can make another banger like the last one and Catching Fire, like that kind of level, I'm there for sure. So um I'm definitely excited for this one, and I do like him coming back. I feel more comfortable with Francis Lawrence coming back to direct that one again. So, but on that note, we will end part one of our CinemaCon coverage, and we'll come back next week to do our part two as well as our review. Oh, Moses, if you can see Drop next week, see that because Drop comes out next week, and we'll do our full review of that movie because we saw it at South by last month. So we'll do our full review of that next week. But before we go, Nick, where can our lovely audience find you at home on the socials?
So you can find me at Ahmad Johnson 98 on Instagram, and of course you can find me right here at Midway Avenue Productions, the genre of your life, baby.
Moses?
Yeah.
I mean, first and foremost, you can always find me here at the Genre of Your Life podcast. I'm always going to be here. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm here for life, baby.
Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah.
But number two, you can always find me at Moses Lawi on Instagram, Moses Lawi _ and you can find my website at Moses Lawi, directed by MosesLawi.com. And it should also be linked into my Instagram. And I'm planning on releasing my short as day goes by out into the public. Sometime here this month or maybe next month, and I'll be keeping you guys posted on that. But
can't wait.
It's a beautiful film.
gosh.
It's bro. I saw it on the big screen, bro.
But
I got it.
Blew me away. Beautiful film.
Dude, I can't fuck it.
Beautiful
but
film.
but yeah, I'm excited for that. Appreciate you guys. But yeah.
And I'll make sure to link that at our link tree when you release that as well. But course, you can find me, of course, at The Young Jones on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter or X at Capri Sun, Capri_SON. Of course, you can find me here at the Johnny Your Life podcast with these fine gentlemen. And of course, our show socials all across the board is at Midway Avenue Productions, whether on YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Apple, you name it. And of course, guys, don't forget that giveaway. We'll probably do it up until Monday. So again, enter now, follow those accounts. Again, leave us your favorite Statham movie. And of course, you have a chance to win this awesome bundle courtesy of our friends, Movies More Fun and Amazon MGM Studios. But until my friends, we'll see you guys next week. And of course, we'll see you guys at the movies.